Hey guys, what's up? Awesome.
Ah shit, wrong channel, hold on.
Yo guys, what is up? It is James here on the Skybreaker today, shooting you guys up with an idea video, question mark. Anyways guys, for those of you that don't know, that beginning snippet was a joke, because I already know that there are some probably angry viewers typing away in the comments section, oh my god, I'm telling JamesTheAce I'm gonna tweet at him that you just did this and that. You know, me and JamesTheAce are cool. He knows that there's no beef going on, so anyone who, you know, assumed that I was firing shots, I was not. Me and JamesTheAce actually follow each other on Twitter. Just wanted to clear up that possible assumption. But anyways, today I am shooting you guys up with an idea video, mainly because this has been on my mind for a while. I've seen this in action in some self-hosted tournaments, like on Twitter and stuff, but I want to actually, you know, publicly say this, because I feel like it's been an idea out there for a while, but it hasn't really been something that someone has ever talked about in a YouTube video. And, you know, I have a decent fan base and a decent following, and you guys are pretty awesome, so, you know, it all starts with you guys and what you guys want. So, if you guys think this is a cool idea, go ahead and slap a like on the video, if you do agree or want to see this happen in the game. But basically, you know, I've been thinking a lot about tournaments since they've just come out for gold and everything, and, you know, I think a couple of feedback Fridays ago, which is kingsisle's little blog thing where they ask you guys stuff or get you guys feedback on certain things. Excuse me. I think one of them, they asked their fans what would they like. Okay, so if you were to come up with a new tournament idea, such as, you know, the balance perk, the life and death perk, ice and fire perk, myth and storm perk, whatever, right? What would it be? So I know that blog or Feedback Friday is long gone, but basically my idea is, how awesome or how good of an idea would it be for the next new implemented tournament be something like you can use spells, right? Because you obviously have to use spells. It's Wizard101, but you cannot use lore spells and you cannot use shadow spells. The only shadow spells I would say would be an exception are Shrike, Sentinel, Seraph, and Dark Nova. And I think there might be a fifth one, but I think there are only 4. There might be a fifth, I'm not too sure. But those are the only 4 exceptions I can think of that aren't really, you know, like FFA or Caterpillar or Rusulka, right? So you can't use any shadow spells but those. And on top of that, you cannot use any other spell that you did not learn from your teacher or a spell quest. So fires cannot use Burning Rampage, fires cannot use Brimstone, Krampus, storms can't use Catalan, not that storms use that anyway, because it's trash. Storms cannot use Queen Calypso, Balance cannot use Lore Master, and, you know, like, you would have to resort to using TC, like, of course not of these spells because you couldn't use them originally, but the only shadow spells that you can use at max are Shrike and all the other, like, shadow transformations, right? But you can't use those. And I know a lot of you are like, well, you know, it's like yes, there has been those game modes before, but in hosted tournaments by other people on Twitter, or I don't know, some other people might have done them in the past. I'm not too sure. If you guys remember the Christmas class, I think they had a game mode. Or actually, no, it was just like a set rule that you couldn't use shadow spells, I believe. But how awesome would it be for kingsisle to actually implement a tournament mode so you could do those regularly if they aren't going to fix them in ranked? How awesome would it be for them to add a tournament mode where you cannot use shadow spells? You can use transformations because people will jade, and there's no quick match thing where, you know, the damage goes up and you get extra pierce or whatever. That does not apply. It's basically a regular tournament with restricted spells. I'm not sure how they would go about doing that. They might just restrict the spells from ever popping up in your hand if you put them in your deck, and that would be kind of cool. But you cannot use any lore spells, any drop spells, and you cannot use shadow spells, but shadow transformations are okay. Because if you think about it, balance mainly focuses on using Lore Master to, you know, win their matches and, you know, gaze and whatnot, right? Like lore gaze, stun lore, whatever, right? And then fire is, you know, FFA, beetle into FFA, whatever, stun FFA. But if you take those shadow spells away and put yourself in a tournament situation, how would you or another person fare? Like, you would have to come up with a completely different strategy that did not focus on using your shadow pips to RNG the hit. So you would basically have to use your 10 pip spell again, or spam low pip spells and force the other person to adapt. And I think it would be most interesting to see that tournament mode, because a lot of people would create new strategies just for that mode. So they would have like a separate deck just for that mode, where they would like counter all the new strategies that people would come up with, and there would be no RNG shadow BS, right? And since crit is fixed, you can't really get crit on for mass. And I do believe Storm would have somewhat of a, well, I'm actually not sure, because Storm Owl doesn't really do that much, and I doubt you're gonna live to even use Storm Owl. But you know, people would resort to using, you know, King Artorias and stuff, and like Fires would do King Art, Fires would use you know, the Ifrit spell more often. Storms would probably, you know, use Queen Calypso or Kraken a lot more, like spam that, or I mean, like, I don't really know. Like, I've never really played in that sort of game mode situation, but how cool would it be to actually have one of those? And for legendaries and level 50, it also kind of spices up things a little bit, because, you know, like legendary fires can't use brimstone and spam it in tournaments and quick match and whatnot, because in this one there is no quick match situation where the damage goes up. And on top of that, you cannot use Krampus or Brim or Burning Rampage, as a matter of fact, because that is a drop spell. And if you go up against a balance, you don't have to worry, because they aren't going to be using Savage Paw, and they most definitely are not going to be using Lore Master. And if you are a legendary balance, I don't know, you might want to run like some Balance Blades and some Spirit Blades and start using that Chimera strat, because that's pretty OP. You know, I just want to see some changes, some, like, you know, crazy changes from KingsIsle to make the game a little bit more interesting, because it's been kind of dry. And I've said this on stream before, some of you might know that was watching the stream, I believe, like a couple weeks ago, where I said I was going to be making a, actually no, I said this like recently in stream, but I said that I was going to be making a video on this idea that I had. And I'm pretty sure like a lot of you have had this idea, or have said once, you know, oh, I wish they banned Lore Master from quick match or something like that, right? If you're playing legendary or low level. But how would it be like to have a tournament mode where nobody could use any lore spells, and if you're a max, you wouldn't be getting stunned into FFA, you'd be getting stunned into Ifrit, and it wouldn't do, you know, as much damage as FFA. Yeah, it'd probably do about a good 2.5, probably 6k on you, but it wouldn't be doing 3.6 like an FFA would. So like, I don't know, I think it, like, in my opinion, it would be pretty cool. I would definitely come up with some new strategies and make videos on that. I think that would be probably one of the most hype things that KingsIsle could do, because it would make or force people to come up with new deck setups, new gear setups, new strategies, and that's always fun, because, you know, you're getting out of the normal where you just pack a bunch of lore masters if you're a balance. And number two, if you are someone that does not play with crowns or have a lot of, you know, reagents or whatever, and you cannot craft your lore spells, and your luck is pretty bad and you cannot get them from Lore Master, you do not have to worry about getting Lore Mastered or Brimstone or anything, because the other person is playing on the same rule set that you are. So technically you could go in with whatever build strategy that you have and have fun, because you wouldn't be getting lore spells used on you if you are the person that does not have lore spells, or just, you know, maybe you're too lazy, or maybe you just can't get them for some reason. Who knows? But they'd be playing on the same rule set as you. And I just wanted to make a video on this because I just, again, thought it'd be pretty cool. I may host a tournament like this in the future just to see how it goes, and like upload a match or whatever. Because usually when I host max tournaments and legendary tournaments, I always make it so, you know, like, you guys can use lore spells or whatever. and drop spells, but I think it would be better to have a game mode, you know, permanent in the game, rather than, you know, have someone host a tournament where not everyone is aware of it and, you know, give prizes away or whatever, when you could just do one every other day if that's your favorite game mode, or try it out to see if you like it. I don't know. These are just some changes that I think KingsIsle could come up with. Like, I know I've probably heard this idea before, but again, never on a YouTube video. If you guys agree with this idea or want to see it, again, drop a like on the video. I don't really know what kind of responses this video is going to get. I just want to make a video on it because I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, that's pretty much it. Like, I would love to see a new tournament mode. If not that, then something like that, because, you know, sometimes Wiz gets a little bit repetitive, especially in ranked and tournaments. People are starting to set, and I don't know. I think Wiz is going to have to come up with something new. I mean, I know the new update is coming out, and I know, like I said before, they were asking, you know, if you were to come up with a new tournament mode, what would it be? I don't know. I think that'd be pretty cool, you know, in my opinion. But again, if you guys agreed, drop a like on the video and let me know your further ideas or, you know, comments down in the comment section below. I think that's going to do it for this video. I just want to, you know, express my ideas. Strong PvP is going to be happening in the next video. Do not worry. I actually went for a couple of matches. I went 3-1. I lost my first match and then went on a 3-win streak. And to be honest, Storm is hella fun. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the mass damage and everything, it's actually hella fun. But I don't know. I just wanted to post this video today just to express my feelings on this quote-unquote new idea. So, again, if you guys agree, let me know in the comment section below. And, who knows, we could be seeing a game mode like this drop from KingsIsle in the new update, or update after Barrage, so that we can get some new spice to the game and stop having to worry about, you know, shadow spells so much, so that we can actually have a quote-unquote fair match with another player. But anyways, guys, yeah, this is going to be James giving you all the sign out. I'll see you guys next time. Peace!